and welcome to Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. If you are not getting the results you are looking for from your digital marketing efforts, this is the podcast for you. And now, here's the host of our show, the local business guy himself, Frank Deming.
Hello, everyone. This is Frank Deming, the local business guy, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. I hope you guys are having a rockin' week thus far. Today, I'm going to give you, this is a rant alert podcast episode. This is a little bit of a rant because I got into, I don't want to say argument. I got into a interesting discussion. Let's just call it that, with one of my customers about Facebook marketing. Okay. Let me give you the backstory. This customer does not do Facebook marketing with us at this point. But I was recommending Facebook marketing because I know his industry will crush it. And I guess, again, I don't want to give that out right now. I don't have the right to. But it made me want to do this episode today because what he told me was, as I was going over the marketing that we're doing for them, SEO, we're doing some display marketing as well. And I said, hey, you got to get on Facebook. I think you will do very well on Facebook and Instagram. He goes, well, I don't think that's going to work. And isn't Facebook dead? He said that he saw something on the internet or some video or something that somebody was saying how Facebook is dead and everybody's gone YouTube now and all that, yada, yada. Yeah, YouTube marketing is great. I got it. It's a beautiful thing. We provide YouTube marketing for a lot of our customers. Does it work? Yes, it does. But you cannot say that Facebook marketing is dead. I'm going to give you some stats here. I love stats. And I'm not going to be too long, guys. This is probably going to be one of my shortest episodes ever. But I want to give you some stats and share with you that to prove to you why Facebook marketing is not dead. Okay. In 2021, that's just last year, Facebook actually exceeded 2.8 billion monthly active users and 1.84, that's almost 2 billion, 1.84 billion daily active users worldwide. Okay, so both those numbers I gave you are worldwide. 2.8 billion monthly active users and 1.84 billion daily active users worldwide. Okay, so that increase, that is increasing by about 12% and 8% respectively. So the 2.8 billion monthly and the 1.84 billion daily. So it increased roughly 12% on the monthly active users and increased 8% on the daily active users from the previous year. So you tell me, is Facebook dead? Is no one else going on Facebook? Tell me. So just last year, it increased from 2020. And 2020, folks, broke all kinds of numbers for active users in Facebook because of we were in lockdown, the pandemic, yada, 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 right? And it still didn't slow down in 2021. It still went up 12% and 8% on those numbers. So basically, here's what I'm telling you guys. This is the raw message of this episode. If your business doesn't have a presence on Facebook, this is the time, folks, to get on board with the platform, okay? Because it still leads the pack in customer usage across all social platforms. See, when it comes to marketing, Facebook should be the top of the marketing plan for every single small business, period. Okay, I'm not saying to disregard the LinkedIn's of the world. I love LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. You know, as a matter of fact, that's how I interact with a lot of my customers, is through LinkedIn. But I'm not saying but you shouldn't, that doesn't mean that you should disregard Facebook, is my point. You have to have a presence on Facebook because people check you out on Facebook. A person you can build a relationship on another platform. If LinkedIn is your thing, then it's LinkedIn. Just like me, I build relationships on LinkedIn. But guess what? Here's one thing that I forgot to say earlier. A lot of people who find me on LinkedIn check out my Facebook page. It's pretty interesting. I mean, they do go to my website, of course, and then they check out my Facebook page. Hey, what kind of post does he do on Facebook? So they check it out. You know, and I mean, obviously they see the post I do on LinkedIn because that's how they found me. But they say, hey, does he do the same thing on Facebook? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mix it up. You know? So that right there should tell you that you should be on Facebook. I mean, and especially again, I don't want to give off his industry because it's not really about him. I'm not bashing him or nothing like that, but especially the industry he's in. He belongs on Facebook. He would totally crush it. Now he's doing well, just doing the SEO, he's doing well, but I think he can really do a lot better with that. But here's another thing that I want to talk to you about another stat as to why Facebook isn't dead, as he saw in some video that he saw in, I think he saw it on video, on YouTube or something like that. But anyway, here's another stat. In the U.S. alone, okay, just the U.S., more than 2/3 of adults reported that they use Facebook in 2021. That they did the study because they wanted to, not because of the whole Facebook quote unquote is dead or anything like that, but they like to do it to see how active and how relevant the platform still is. And 2/3 of adults reported that they use Facebook on 2021. So of those 2.48 billion, 2/3 of adults in the US of A use Facebook. So if your customers in the US, you should use Facebook. It doesn't matter where your customers are. As long as they're worldwide, you're good to go, guys. You're good to go. Okay? Good to go. So that's really what I wanted to say. But before I go, I want to ask questions. I want to make this an interactive one. Ask yourself, are you on Facebook? Are you generating leads on Facebook? If you're not, why not? If you are, okay, great. And if you're not getting the results that you're looking for, maybe it needs to be tweaked. Now, that's another thing I wanted to mention. If the old methods aren't working, here's the thing with Facebook, though, and I can see how it can get a little frustrating for someone who's doing it themselves. Facebook changes a lot, but you got to shift and adjust with those changes. If you don't do that, you're in trouble. But Facebook does change a lot. I agree, and I admit that's something that hey, it's part of it. But so does Google. I'm a huge AdWords person. I use that all the time, and that changes often. talk about changes on SEO. They just had an algorithm change about 2 or 3 weeks ago that affected a couple of websites. So digital marketing as a whole changes a lot. It's not just Facebook, guys. So if, I used to run Facebook ads and I would get, 10 leads a day. And I'm just not getting anything. Oh, it's not good anymore. No, it doesn't mean that it's not good anymore. It just means that you have to switch it up a little bit. You have to go with the changes that they have. That's all. You just got to stay on top of it. Or if you can't stay on top of it, that's why you outsource stuff like that. You should be worrying about your business, not, I shouldn't be on this platform because I'm wasting money. No. If trust me, if you've got 2.8 billion monthly active users, your customers are on there. Okay. So you just have to find them the way. I mean, there are different ways of finding these people, especially with this iOS 14 update and everything that they have with the lead gen stuff. Yeah, I know it affected a lot of performances, a lot of ads. I get it. But there are different ways of skinning a cat, guys. There are different ways of skinning a cat. And that's why you probably don't want to abandon something like a Facebook. But that's how you just got to play the game that they're playing. That's the same thing with Google, with all their algorithms. You can't just say, I don't want to be on Google anymore. No, that's shooting yourself in the foot. Right? Okay. Well, anyway, I hope this is helpful to you guys. So if you are out there thinking, is it dead? The answer is, the short answer is it's not dead. Okay. It's just something that you may have to tweak. You may have to adjust. You may have to adapt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's all you may have to do. So with that, folks, I wish you nothing but the very best. This has been Frank Demon, the local business guy. Until next week for another episode, peace out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Marketing Solutions for Local Businesses, the podcast where you will discover all the latest and greatest digital marketing tools, tips, and strategies you will need to implement in order to stay ahead of your competition. Don't forget, any links that were mentioned during the broadcast will be available to you in the show notes, so be sure to grab them while you have the chance. Incidentally, if you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss on the show, be sure to send an email to the email provided in the show notes, or click the Contact Us link and let us know what topic you would like us to help you with, and we'll be sure to add it to our schedule. If you would like for Frank and his team to look at your digital marketing presence and give you a free evaluation, simply click the Request a Free Consultation link in the show notes to get a hold of them. That being said, until our next episode, make it a successful digital marketing day. Peace out.